on this Wednesday evening, afternoon, or whatever day you decide to actually watch this, because not everybody always catches these live. So, what is going on? Hopefully, you are enjoying your Wednesday evening, and hopefully, you guys have something fun planned for this weekend. That's what this is all about. Always trying to figure out what your honeydew list is for the weekend. Today, as you saw, like I put a little title in there, and I kind of want to talk about some things today, and just like open up a conversation and some topics and stuff, and see how you guys are feeling about different things and what you guys have going on within your lawns and those things. As you see, I have posted. Sorry, I was waiting for that truck to drive by, so I kind of stalled there, but. As you see, it says, what is important? What is important? I have a lot of trucks and stuff driving by. Obviously, 7 o'clock is the time to be home. Dinner must be made. No, Siri, I do not want you. So, what is important? When it comes down to our lawns, there's a lot of different ways that we can interpret what is important to us in our lawns. There's so many different aspects on this, and it's one of those things that I want you guys to actually take and think about for a few seconds. What is important to us within our lawns? What is important to us as a lawn homeowner? What do we value? Who do we value? Why do we value it? Why are we doing what we do? I had to give myself a little bit of soul searching this past week, as this video for my stripe off is getting me pretty crazy busy, and I still am not done with it. And so I have realized that I overall really need to figure out what it is that I enjoy, because I was missing something not making content. I was missing something not doing what I normally love, because I'm stuck editing the portion that is one of those things that it's okay, it's good, it's what, gets the content out to you guys. But I was missing the things that I was really enjoying about what I do. I enjoy being out on the lawn. I actually enjoy being in the lawn. I enjoy what it has created for me and my family. And I enjoy being able to spend time with my family within our lawn, doing activities, because, it's something that we have made, and that's what we like to do. So it is an important thing for me, is to have a lawn, to have a nice looking lawn. There's a little bit of pride there. There's a lot of pride there. Okay, I'm just going to be honest. There's a ton of pride there. But overall, what does it mean to me is that it's a family activity. It means those types of things. It's pride in what we do, what we have, and I'm really enjoying it. I figured out that, spending so much time editing one video, I haven't been out shooting for other videos. I haven't been able to do the things that I've liked. And so I just came out and I just mowed, so I'm kind of sweaty. And I was like, I miss this. I'm not doing this as much. I was doing it 3 times a week, and I've only been doing it once. Even though I'm not cutting that much, I've missed it. So why is it important to me? Because of what it creates on the backside. It makes all these friendships, it makes all these subscribers, it makes all the people that I can help out on that side of things. And it really, it changes who we are as a person. So overall for me, why is it important? What is important? You guys, my family, the friendships. So that's why it's important to me. I don't know what I have on my hat at this point. Something. It is our happy place. You're 100% correct, Marshall. And so, it's those things that as we get out here and we create and we enjoy, it becomes our happy place. It becomes something that is of frustrations, of you don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to react, but then it just all comes together at some point. And you're like, wow, that is super. Something that I'm excited about. That is something that has been created because I've never gave up. I've never had the time to just stop. I know I have to do it. I know I have to get it done. But it becomes that happy place. It definitely becomes something that we look forward to. my favorite part of my week, and as crazy as it sounds, is these lives. I love spending this time with you guys as far as the whole creation side of things goes. Of course, my favorite time is really with my family, but the second favorite time is you guys, as being able to spend some time with you, have the interactions, talk with you guys, help you guys out in your lawn. You guys help me out in my lawn. Heck yeah. Everybody's helping everybody, and it's great because we get to create something together and enjoy something together. So today, I just wanted to come out here and just kind of talk with you and ask you guys what you guys feel is important within your lawn. What are those things that you guys are enjoying in your lawn? Let's see if I can get a decent place as I sit right in the sun, but that's how you see stripes, right? So if I'm going to show you guys stripes, I've got to put you guys where you guys can see the stripes. And then I've got to be able to read. So with all that said, let's see what you guys have been saying. What you guys have been talking about. Any looky-loos today? Yeah, there's always looky-loos. They're always driving by or waving and stuff like that. That's why at the beginning of it, I kind of had to hesitate. It's because I was waving and looky-loos. So, everybody, what up? Oh, I'm trying to block you turns. I apologize. Healthy turf with minimal inputs, walking barefoot. Yeah, barefoot. I agree 100%. Barefoot is where it's at. I have realized just recently is that mowing with bare feet and keeping your feet away from our mowers and our rails and stuff actually keeps you cooler. I don't get as hot. It's been quite nice. I'm trying to hide behind my phone. Can you tell? This is gonna overheat. My phone's sitting here, so I'm gonna have to move to the side of the house. What's going on, Papa Moslow? How are you? Because it's your happy place, correct? Howdy, Next Level Lawn Care. My phone's starting to overheat. Yeah, my phone's starting to overheat, so I can't sit there for very much longer. Darn 100-degree weather, Utah. Darn you. Want to stare at some green grass. So this is the shade. This is that false green stuff, but always good to look at it anyways. Got to figure out how my tripod is. Oh, that's what made that noise. My tripod went down. Man. All the tricks of doing all this outside, right? So. All right, where are we? Questions. Happy place, double dark. Love it. Howdy. Love to spend time with the family and the lawn and the puppy. That's definitely like one of my favorite things is to get my pups outside, get my family outside, and we go out there and just enjoy life. It's great. Heck yes, happy place indeed. Always changing. It is always changing. You know, it's never going to be like a total always happy place. There are things that are always needing to go in and change and stuff like that. Different inputs. It's going to get bugs and pests and stuff, but overall, if you can just enjoy it for what it is, a nice place for you to enjoy your family, enjoy your lawn and all those things, it's definitely something that's nice. Double dark is your happy place. No doubt, no doubt. Love you too, bro. I like that. Leave a like, family. I like that. Thank you, Backwoods. Really appreciate that. Lazy Lawns, what's going on? Vito, how's it going? And he's always looking out for the lawn and admiring the stripes. No, I can attest to that. Like there's certain times of the day I know which way I pointed my stripes in my front lawn, and I actually come up and I look at it just because I know when I'm going to be able to see it from the only window in my front, or I'll wander outside just to go see it from the hot spot that it's at currently. I like it. The lawn is where I get my quiet time. Definitely, Grace. It is one of those things. Like my favorite thing is like when I'm not with you guys, is just coming out here and I will do some editing because I do all my editing and stuff on my phone, and I come out in the lawn and I just will relax in it. Definitely in the shade spots. Let's not be crazy. I don't do it in the sun, but you know, it definitely is relaxing. It's one of those places that you can just get away. Definitely. Stripes been looking good. Are you talking about yourself there, Jamie? Very true. It's where true friendships are, correct. What's important to me in the lawn is the lawn health. Obviously, I want it to be healthy and look amazing, but I'd rather be healthy first and foremost. Without yourself being healthy, without you being at your peak as a person, as a individual, as a family, as basically just as you're never ever going to be what you can be for everybody else, your lawn, your life, your wife, your husband, your brother, your sister, your children, anybody in your life. So get you right. That's definitely one of the best things, is to just understand that you are the most important thing in your life, and then everybody else is definitely one of those things. So getting yourself correct is one of the biggest things, and I do like that. I do love that. Because people, like, I'm a giver personally. I enjoy helping others, and I will overextend myself. And there's sometimes I have to bring and reel myself back in to understand that everything revolves around my own well being when I can help others. So if I am at a good place, everyone else, I can get to a good place. But if I'm not in a good place, it'll never be very mutual or beneficial for everybody, because I won't be the best person I can be for their situations, as a father, as a husband, as a grandson, as a child, as a friend, as an influencer, as anything. So, getting yourself right is definitely a positive thing, and that is definitely one of the things that comes with our lawn care, is taking care of yourself first, 100%. I knew that this was going to turn into this for me, where I talk about self-help and stuff. And so I'm glad that I'm glad I have a few people that we can have this conversation with, because lawns do help our mental well-being. But yeah, being first and foremost about yourself is a good thing. Thank you, Lazy Lawns. Mowing provides a moment of zen. It really does. It's so cool. Like when you go back and forth and you're going against the grain and you don't see those stripes, but then you turn around and all of a sudden they're there and they're popping because you're at the right stripe angle. It is a moment of zen. It's like one of those, and it's going to sound funny because I'm not very good with singing or anything, but it's one of those. I think that's my Ariel from The Little Mermaid soundtrack right there. So yeah, it's one of those situations where it's like, yeah, I did that. I did that. Rainy afternoon here up in Colorado. Nice change of pace. Definitely send that back over the mountains. I need that. We still are hot heat, no relief. I guess Jimmy down south of me got some rain, but yeah, I'm still not seeing it. I'm got nothing. I got nothing for you. So jealous about that. Good evening. First Aussie, how's it going? Lawn is where I release my stress. Well, yeah, because you can go out and you can do whatever you want to it, and you realize it's grass and it comes back. You can definitely make it a place of release. That is for sure. So much rain in the north east, struggling with fungus. One of the best things that you're going to do is allow your lawn to breathe. If your lawn can't breathe, the fungus is going to keep going and going and going. Check your thatch layers, and then I know it sounds weird and hokey, but a lot of people have found success with it. They're running fungicides and stuff, but a lot of people have been running like a surfactant or baby shampoo to get the water to flush through their soils quicker. And they've seen some positive change in it, because the water's not hanging around and keeping it moist. It's actually able to like go down and flush through the soil. Not saying that it's a perfect fix or anything, but I've seen some people have some success with that this year. Mid-season dethatching, if your lawn can't breathe because it has so much thatch and stuff in there and it's just staying wet and fungus is nailing you, sometimes you have to suck it up and just pull that thatch out of there. Short of that, you can't control Mother Nature. She's gonna rain if she wants to rain, and she's definitely gonna be dry if she wants to be dry. So fungus, yeah, I apologize about like the fungus issues that you guys are having. I couldn't tell you what that even is. Living here in Utah, it's so few and far between here in Utah because of our dryness. It's crazy. Figure out how to dry up your soil in between rains is the best I got for you. If you can do that and you can get that a little bit drier and the airflow can get down and through your blades, it'll definitely help it out quite a bit. You'd be surprised. Like I said, I've had quite a few different subscribers who have reached out to me that have had quite a bit of success with doing a mid-season dethatch, which is crazy, but it's gonna water itself, so it's gonna rebound. And then they do a, like I said, baby shampoo just to flush that water and get it to go down and through, or a surfactant, either one, whichever one you actually prefer. But yeah, I'm sorry about your funguses. When there's a fungus among us, nobody's happy. Oh, let's see. Chaka, always appreciate it, and because you always leave the same comment, we're going to say it again as always, and somebody's going to freak out and say they love their Ryobi tools, but Ryobi tools are trash. Good evening, sir. So much rain, read that already, and I had skipped Chaka. I felt bad. Your lawn is looking great. Lawn therapy is what I call it. It definitely is lawn therapy. Definitely is. I like that. Drinking beers and working in the yard and relaxing up in Canada. Love it. Love it. Nice backwoods. It's, as you well know, as you're doing all your lives and different things that you do on Instagram, it definitely is one of those nice places. It's a place to chill and just hang out with your friends and your loved ones, and obviously people who want to come and check you out. Chuck Gillis, must agree to a point. Oh, see, I told you, somebody always has something to say about it. I just picked up a FlowZone Typhoon 2 from FlowZone for $153. Yeah, that FlowZone's supposed to be pretty good. I used Brett's one time, and it was a little bit different for me because at that point I had only used my Sprayers Plus, and so the way that it sprayed was a little bit more forceful than what I was used to. But then I got the, just because I was going to say it, I knew I was going to forget it. I got my one that has the orange lid, and they're going to hate me because I just forgot them. Petra, there we go, Petra sprayer. And it kind of sprays like forcefully also, so I've gotten used to it over time. And they're a different type of a spray. You'll like it. You definitely will like it. It has a lot more power than that Ryobi does, unless Ryobi's changed it in the last year. Their sprayers up to the last year didn't have very much power at all. That's about the only thing about the Ryobi sprayers was they're good and they work, but they just don't have a lot of power. They don't put down a very like solid mist. It just seemed a little bit soft for my liking. Not saying that they're trash personally, I'm just saying that for my liking and for what I use it for, it just didn't have enough power for me. Lawn care equals time to unplug and recharge, 100%, Ron. Because you don't have to think about anything. Maybe just don't chop off your toes. Maybe don't hit yourself in the leg with a weed eater. Don't hit yourself in the eye with any kind of debris. Those are about our biggest worries out on the lawn, huh? So it is a place where we can just unplug and just enjoy. 9 times out of 10, I have my headphones on that are noise canceling, and then I just have some music on that I enjoy and I like to listen to, and that's what I do. You know, I can't do it when I'm filming. And so when I'm filming, it's always a weirder experience because I don't have my headphones on and I have to like actually pay attention to what I'm doing. But overall, you know, it's one of those things that it's a good place to unplug, unwind, and just enjoy it because it's not a hard thing. It's just more about repetition. All right, let's see. You guys have written quite a bit. All right, I'm here. Hey, Landscape Matters. What's going on, Dennis? Hopefully you're having a good day. Don't sing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I really apologize about that. That was my Ariel impression as she goes up on a rock and does her. Yeah, it's ugly. I get you. I won't do it again. I am very sorry. Raining here now, a couple of inches before it finishes. See this face? This face is that quit rubbing it in. It's not nice. It's not appropriate. You're rubbing it in at this point. You're making me feel bad. You just made my grass cry. I could feel it. It just cried a little bit and it needs that moisture. I have to look at a map again. I can't get over, it's 100 in Utah and it's only 80 in Alabama. I just picture snowy mountains in Utah. So we're a desert state. If you don't realize it, we're what's called a summer and a winter desert state. Down here in the valley, we don't get a whole lot of water. Our mountains do get a lot more moisture than we do. But overall, the whole state itself is a desert state. We're right next to Arizona, not Arizona. I'll figure out where I'm at on this. Sorry, we're right next to Nevada. That, you know, they have a lot of heat. We're next to California, where they have the Sahara Desert, and then Nevada, and then us. And then we have the mountains that give Colorado a little bit of a break normally. And down below us is Arizona and all those guys, New Mexico. But overall, we are in that desert region. right before the Wasatch Mountains where they break, and that's kind of where we don't get a whole lot of rain and stuff. Our Great Salt Lake does pick up a little bit of moisture as it goes over the mountains and helps out over there, but overall, yeah, we're a desert state. I don't know where you guys get all your moisture from in the middle states. It's probably one of those things where it comes up from the Gulf and comes up to you, but I don't pay attention to the patterns, the weather patterns for you guys, to be honest. I watch mine. What is rain? Yeah, I agree. What the heck is rain? Where am I at though on this? Yes, fungus. I don't want to read that yet. All right. Yes, I do. Yes, fungus. Oof, sorry. Hello there, folks. Better late than never. I agree. Up New York lawn. Jeremy, could I have a sticker? Yes. Send me your address. Did you not send me your address? I thought I sent you one. I'll have to double check that. Did you not send me your address on Instagram? DM me your address and we will see what we got for you. How's the backyard looking? Trash. It's looking like trash. In this, I kind of have given up on the watering a little bit. I've taken it down to once a week and it's only at a half an inch. And I'm trying to limp Hydrotain with it to do my part because people freak out about my green lawn in front, not realizing that I only water twice a week and only get an inch of water, but it's all concentrated where it needs to be and how it needs to be. And it's more like, actually, if I'm being honest, it's more like 3/4 of an inch of water just because the Hydrotain, I believe in it, and I'm not giving it as much water this year. So my backyard isn't doing as hot as what it was. But it's because of what I'm doing, not because the product didn't work for Simple Lawn Solutions. It's me trying to do my part where people can't see it, and I'm keeping it only half alive. Like I said, I'm only doing one watering a week back there, so that when we walk on it, I'm not completely killing it, so that I can still enjoy it. So it's not 100% by any means. I could rebound it if I watered it for like 5 days straight. I could rebound it really quick, get a little bit of fertilizer in it, and it would blow green. But overall, my backyard, I'm just kind of letting it limp down, and I'm not giving it any love this year because it's not like I haven't done it every other year. So it's just another excuse to like back away from it and give my love up here versus back there. But this year I actually feel good about doing what I'm doing, and it was an actual conscious effort of saying I'm only going to do half of what it needs back here, and so that we can use it, but it's not going to be completely green. It's not dead. It's just kind of in between state. Sometimes you have to go with what you can afford. I agree. You always should go with what you can afford. Never break your bank. But understand that sometimes sucking it up and saving for a little bit longer and waiting to get something and spending a little bit extra time to get the extra money does make a huge difference on products. It really does. Sometimes you can get away with the cheaper products and they work perfectly fine, but not always is that the case. So weigh out your options there. Just definitely weigh out your options. Have you ever ran over a sandal? I almost did earlier. No, because my foot's usually inside of them and I keep my feet clear. No, I haven't ever ran over a sandal. Jimmy runs over soccer balls. Don't ask me how the heck that happens. I asked him if that took a lot of work and he said no. So I'm hoping that it was flat and he made a turn and he just didn't see it and gobbled it up. Because if that thing was pumped up and he nailed it, he had to put some effort into that bad boy. But no, I've never tried to run over my sandals before. The things that I normally run over when they're in the lawn, just because I like organic matter in my lawn and it holds moisture and stuff as it breaks down and it helps break down, is my mulch. So if this flies into the lawn, it's back there somewhere, I'll just run it over with the mower and just mulch it in. If I had a real mower, I definitely couldn't do that. It'd be bad news to do what I just did, because I'd have to go through and pick it all out. But overall, because I don't have a real mower and I have that big Time Master, it just chops those things up like there's no tomorrow. And I switch out my blades a couple of times a year, so it's always good. I grabbed a little potato bug. I'm starting to play with potato bugs in front of you guys. Where are we at? Just got my first mow in a week because of the rain. That area that I was letting go before the fall reno suddenly came back to life. Weather is funny. Well, that's what it's supposed to do. Like, it goes dormant on purpose. That's what a cool season grass is meant to do, or a warm season grass. Any of them are supposed to do. If it's outside of their growing periods or when they thrive, they go to sleep. That's all they do, is they just like go, meh, I don't like this. Oh, the potato bud jumped. It wasn't really that serious, I promise you, bro. I wasn't gonna do anything to you. So if it's outside of those growing periods and stuff, or if it's too hot for it, or if it doesn't have enough moisture, or if something's bugging it, grass goes to sleep. It's crazy how quickly it can rebound once given the water and the little bit of TLC it needs. You'll notice it, you'll see it, that's just what it does. Not a big deal, right? Good to hear yours pop back. Definitely good to hear yours pop back. I appreciate your advice on the iron and the PGR and the baby shampoo. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, because with that video that I'm editing for the stripes, I don't think I actually mowed this since last week when I did my live, when I did that little cross cut. I don't think I actually mowed it since then, and I'd been mowing it for 3 times a week. And my grass clippings aren't too horrible. Did it fall off? No, it's on my finger. So they're not too horrible. It didn't grow very much. That iron, because it's not one of the macros, it's a minor. It's just gonna push the green, and then you're running that PGR in there. It's gonna help keep that PGR from decoloring your lawn because it's a little bit stressed out. It's gonna keep that color in there. And then baby shampoo is just gonna get water where it needs to, deeper down into the soil. So yeah, not a problem. Glad I could help. More rain this week. Terrence, you guys in rain. All right, so remember, I'm in a drought. This is like a swear word to me when you guys are sitting here swearing at me saying this R word, this rain word. It's a swear word. It's hurting my feelings. I have none of this. Yeah, what is rain? Exactly. Thank you, Marshall. Let them know. I like using 1200 midnight with microgreen. I don't know anything about that. I know that it's one of the Whisperers products. I don't know anything about it. I really need to look at that. At least I knew that it was the Whisperers product, and if I'm wrong, let me know whose it was, because that's what I thought it was anyways. St. Louis, Missouri, we had a lot of rain. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are like, where do you guys get your rain from? Where does it come up from? The Gulf? Is that where it kind of like fluctuates up from, or does it come down from the Great Lakes? How does it hit you guys? Where does it normally come in from? What are your weather patterns? Definitely good stuff. New York Lawn retracted his message. Don't have to retract, it's fine. I need a lesson on lawn budgeting. I can definitely help you with that. That's one of my things that I do. Prior to, if you ever look at like some of my first videos, I was figuring out how to do my lawn on a super small budget. Like, my wife had said I could use $200. And so the first year it was like $220, but the second year, because of the way that I bought and the way that I was using things, it only had to be like $95. And it was for my whole 8,000 square foot lawn. And it would have been keeping going over my 8,000 square foot lawn, but yeah. If you really need budgeting, like, I can help you to a certain extent, but there's certain things you just kind of have to suck it up on, right? And tell the wife that it's either this or I buy it 1,000 times and it costs me more in the long run. Oh, is your lawn of the best? Yeah, the closest one to me. Here, we'll go on a field trip really quick. You guys want to go on a field trip? Yeah, the second best lawn sits right over here. He waters every single night. And he throws, I don't know what he throws. He throws something. It's all over the sidewalk every once in a while. But the thing that he does extremely great with this, is that he mows a lot. And that's where they really excel, is because that they mow a whole ton. And so they are always keeping it pretty darn good. So yeah, not too shabby, not too darn shabby. Not too bad on other lawns. They're staying up pretty well. People, are doing pretty darn decent around, but as far as it goes, um, you can see back over there, you can see over here. Are you safe yet? I thought. Did I get it? We have 3 of us? I apologize. Second week in a row. Second week in a row. In wonderful week. As you can tell, I do have one of the greener yards. It isn't a part of that. Like, I'm not that person that has to dominate the neighborhood. I would be totally fine with anybody else. Can you hear me? No? Yes? Somebody? We are back. We are back. All right, cool. All right. So like I was saying, I don't have to be the greenest person on the block. Like, I could easily help somebody beat me. I put out all my content. Like, I don't hold back any of my secrets. I'm not doing something. Yeah, I appreciate you guys sticking around. Really do. A lot of people dropped off. I do apologize about that. I don't know why it reconnected to my Wi-Fi and then it didn't want to not reconnect with my Wi-Fi. So I wandered back and sat on my bench on my front porch. So I can flip it around. You guys can stare at what I'm staring at so that you can see. It's always pretty, right? That's definitely the good stuff. That's the good stuff over there. So we'll talk and let you guys stare at the good stuff for a minute. But yeah, I don't have to be the greener lawn. Like, I don't have to be the greenest lawn. I have to be the greener lawn because that's my brand, right? But overall, yes, they've ate.
Why are they acting like idiots?
Because Izzy likes to eat a lot of food. Yeah, that's her thing. When did you get home? Maybe that's what happened. She pulled in and it pulled my thing off. Don't you love it when the wife is like, I don't care that you're streaming. I gotta ask you about the dogs right now. So, but no, I definitely don't have to be the greenest lawn on the block. Let me get this thought out of my head. I will make anybody else greener than me. All they have to do is just follow what I'm doing and then just do it better than me. That's all that it boils down to. There are some grasses that during the season that do get better than mine because obviously I have to make content and sometimes I purposely let things go to different levels and stuff so that I can hit on different content. And so there are sometimes some of the lawns will beat me and it's totally fine. And it doesn't bother me because it makes me know that they have pride and they're taking care of theirs. And so it makes me excited. I enjoy seeing them, do that. Sometimes I do have to compete against them. Sometimes I do have to point a stripe or two their way and let them know and then make sure that they see it at the right times of day. And then from the right angle, sometimes you have to just call your neighbors up and just be like, hey, my yard's saying something to you. So hopefully you get the hint. But overall, yeah, it doesn't bother me if other people are greener than me. But yeah, today I do have that rain. You there, yes. I think he cut out completely for a little bit. I did, can now, still can. Love to help my neighbors, very gratifying. It really is. I love to help other people. That's kind of why I like to do this, is because I get to help people from around the world. So I'm not just stuck with the 48 houses that are right here next to me. I get to help 48 different countries or whatever reaches out to me. I know there's a lot more countries than 48, so don't throw stones or sticks or anything at me. I do understand that, but I've never had 48 countries reach out to me. I guarantee it. How much is it out? You cut out. Am I cut out? Come on, man. Did I cut out again? You guys there? All right, well, it seems like my feed has gone really funky on me today, and I've dropped my dead cat that was on. Oh, okay, you guys. I just hadn't said nothing. Okay, I get you. I got you. I dropped my dead cat. I'm gonna go grab my dead cat. You're good. Okay, cool. You like this? It's my wind blocker that goes on my microphone. The wind just picked up and it's starting to blow. We can show you that. Right here. Like it. So what do you guys got going on this weekend? What are you guys working on this week in your lawns? What are you guys doing? I'd like to hear from you guys because, like, once again, I haven't done that yet today. And just really quick before we head out, because I'm not going to keep you as long as I normally do, what is it that you guys are going to be working on this weekend in your lawns? Just maintenance, focusing on your putting green. I like it. I like it. What aspects of it? Bringing it down still, or just maintaining it at this point? Giving it micro feedings? Where are you at with that? And I know you're up in Canada, so I don't have to ask you where you're located, and other people could do that. Threw down some stress blend last Saturday. Results are starting to show. What are you seeing out of it? Hopefully your lawn's starting to relax. Hopefully you're starting to see it green back up a little bit. Hopefully it is definitely just starting to relax. It's kind of a weird thing to explain, is that overall, you know, when those lawns start to relax and they start to change from the stress blends, it's just kind of hard to explain what people are going to see. But, you know, you see that whole lawn just kind of greening up, not being as stressed out, not dry spots are starting to go away, and the lawn is just starting to perform a little bit better, right? But what are you seeing? What are you seeing? And they are starting to roll back in. I like it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Mowing for sure. I am doing drip fertigation or irrigation. Fertigation. I got to get that video out. Drip irrigation for vegetables like that. Yeah. Are you doing the little emitters, or are you doing like the drip tubing? What are you doing? Throwing down Clary's fungicide. Yeah. Dead serious, Gary. Dead serious. What fungus are you fighting over there? Focusing on my bare spot. What caused your bare spot? What was the issue that caused your bare spot, and what are you doing to focus on it? Filling in after new seeds, so spoon feeding and using manure rill mower. Oh, manual manure rill mower. You like that? That was almost beautiful. Well, that's how I think about them. So now you know exactly how I feel about them, even though that was just a misread. Manure read. I like it. Our daughter and Sil just moved in a new house. That's son-in-law, by the way, other people. I'm going to visit and show him what to do with his lawn. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Way to pay it forward, Papa Mose. I love it. Definitely what you got to be doing. Go teach that son-in-law what's up. Go give him that father-in-law advice. Just don't turn into that father-in-law, because everybody doesn't like that one. They like the one that gives them the good stuff. Just received my 1704 Pro Pete. Looking forward to trying it out and seeing the results. Don't expect it to be fast. I saw an Instagram post the other day and I was dying. I wrote Pro Pete and I was like, oh, you guys posted this on your website. The person was like, I threw down Pro Pete last night, and it was the 1704. And today the results, look at them. It was a sun picture versus a shade picture, and of course it was darker, and I was dying. I was like, oh, it doesn't. And so I was like, oh, you really posted that? They're like, we don't discriminate. We don't say anything. And I was like, that did not happen. They're like, we know it didn't, but he was excited. I was like, yeah. So Pro Pete isn't a fast, is what I'm trying to get at. Pro Pete's not fast. It's not meant to be fast. It's a slow release. It's going to kick in about a week, and then it's going to push for about 8 to 12 weeks. It really does push a long time. Some good stuff. You will enjoy it. I am excited to hear what your results are. But if you throw it down today, don't expect results tomorrow. They're lies. That's not how it works. Not how it works. So I had to laugh about that one. I had to get it out somewhere without putting the person underneath the bus. So I'm glad I got to say it here. Shh, don't tell him. Don't tell him. Rain left all kind of low spots in my front lawn. Can't wait to kill it. Again? How to wash it out? I thought your grass would be established enough that it wouldn't have caused any kind of problems, like with trenching or washouts. Debating to torch my backyard, bent grass everywhere. So before you get to that point, definitely, hi wife, I see your fingers. Hi wifey, there she is. before you get to that point, tenacity or mesotrione is definitely something that you should look at. If you have a cool season grass, definitely look at that before you go to the extent of burning it all down. If you have good cultivars and different things in there, go with meso first and start to kill it out that way. See if you like your results. But if it's like, it's a salad bar, I just want to start all over, burn it down, let it go. Just do your thing, rip at it. Treating for spurge creeping from neighbors. Spurge is nasty this year. I've never had spurge in my yard, and once again, I would go on a field trip, but my thing cut out a little while ago, and I don't want to go do that. But in my park strips, I've never had that kind of an issue. But this year, spurge is absolutely everywhere in my park strips. Just bananas in my park strips. It's just living its best life. It's like it's the year of the spurge. I do have some different products that I do use on it. I just haven't hit it yet because they've just been coming in pretty heavy over the last couple of days. I didn't realize it was so bad, so I've got to get out there and just spray it out. T-Zone is the one that I really like for it. It's always worked extremely well for me. I just have to spray it when the temperature is below 90 degrees. And so early in the morning and let it dry before it gets above 90. So we're about 74 when I get up at 6 a.m. And so that's when I usually come out and I'll spray my weeds during the summer. You can't do it when it's hot of the day. That's the only thing. And you'll be totally fine. Do it all the time. Spurge is a pain in the butt. Let's see, fighting dollar spot. Oh, not there yet though. Starting my own bentgrass putting green in 6 weeks. Did you guys know that they use bentgrass on putting greens and they use Poa annua on putting greens? Did you guys know that? On golf courses, on major, I don't know golf, so I'm gonna sound stupid here for a few moments. I don't know golf. I know how they take care of their lawns and stuff, but I don't know golf. But they use Poa annua on their golf greens on some of them. I thought it was bananas, but they do. They actually do. So that was kind of cool. But bentgrass, a lot of people know about the bentgrass, but Poa annua was another one. Half-inch line and drip tubing. Oh, okay, not too bad. That definitely will do a good job. Yeah, I always do flood irrigation when I do it, because I always did it as a kid when I gardened. So I'd always put my hose down at the end, and then I got to always dig and stuff through it to make the little trenches to go around and stuff. So I always had fun, but that definitely will work pretty darn well. Greening up nicely, but not growing too fast, which is good. Had several days of the low 70s, overcast and some rain as well. We are back to the 80s today, but going to be in the 70s tomorrow and Saturday. Oh, you're prime time loving growing season. So it definitely should start to grow fast just automatically with those types of temperatures without having to push anything extra into it there, Andy. Fighting dollar spot. Fungus. Just double check your thatch layers, see if there's anything that you can remove. See if you can get a little bit of open it up so that the soil or the air can move through there a little bit better. If you're using any kind of fungicides, obviously rotate them. Don't always use the exact same one. But just try to keep it as dry as possible. Watch how much you're watering. Obviously, if it's raining a lot, what's going to go on. But overall, just keep battling, and there's a lot of things that you can do to help it out. Feel free, Gary, to reach out if you want any kind of anything extra to know about it, and we can talk about it. Jeremy of thegreenerlawn@gmail.com. With all this rain we are having, should I put down more fungicide? It depends on what you've already done, how many times you've applied, what you're fighting, to see if you can switch it up a little bit. Or like I had said earlier, and people are having success with it. I don't know if it's a proven method or anything like that, but it's something that I've had people try this year, and it's actually been working pretty decently. Is that one, they've done a mid-season dethatch if they see a lot of thatch in their ground, and two, they've been running baby shampoo with the fungicide, so they'll run baby shampoo, then they'll put their fungicide down, so that it helps the moisture, the water, anything that's standing and pooling, actually flush down and through. And it really has assisted quite a few of my subscribers. So, I don't know. Just let me know what you have done so far, Terrence, and we can let you know whether or not another round is warranted or necessary or even available for you. Definitely good. Throwing down your recommendation of microgreen and green pop. I'm telling you right now that that combination is fire. It does make you grow though. It does make you have to mow a little bit more. But if you want to get stronger roots, make it grow, have a little bit of disease resistance built in, and have all those other pieces, it definitely makes it grow like crazy and look good. It does. That combination is fire. Now, if you don't want the mow, we probably talked about this though, Ron. But if you don't want the mow, we switch out the green pop for the green effect, and then you don't get the mow. But when we're doing our spoon-fed regimens on the green pop, it's not a hard mow. It's not a hard mow. It's just one of those, if you can dedicate 2 times a week, you're not shoving it on that second push by any means. A lot of the times we can get away with one mow pretty darn easily on a spoon-fed regimen. So yeah, it's definitely, it's going to be lighting it up. It's definitely going to be looking good. Mine, like I said, is just green pop, or is not green pop. Now I have the green pop on my head. I have green effect in it, and then I have my soil mastery. My soil mastery is the other one with RGS and aerate, my power hit, my favorite combination hit there, and then humic acid. That's what I've been doing. I haven't even hit it with the green, microgreen yet. And so I think it's looking pretty darn good so far. That's why I haven't given it the little microgreen yet, because I haven't seen the deficiency, and it seems like it's limping through pretty well. That's going to be my secret power little back hit if I ever need to go that route. Glad that it's working for you though, Ron. Really, really glad for you. Backwoods Lawn's been looking for the video. Really? I'm patient, man. Laughing out loud. What did I miss? I don't know what I missed. I don't know what I missed. I don't know what those are all answers to. My lawn is doing great this season. Great. Backwoods Lawn. Love that. Had so many looky-looses of a lot of compliments lately. I like loose looky-loose too, especially when they're loose. My wife probably doesn't like it too much, but sure makes me happy. No, looky-loos are kind of fun. It gets a little bit cumbersome when it causes, interactions that are weird. Like here in Utah, what I mean by that is that we're in a drought, and I've had a couple of people that have kind of come at me and said, your lawn shouldn't be this green, you're not doing your part. And I said, you're probably watering more than I am, and your lawn's not green. You're really not doing your part. So, overall, it is kind of fun. It is like, it's a sense of pride. It's just a sense of building something that other people are like, ooh, that's kind of nice. That's kind of cool. That looks good. And it makes you feel really good. And so it's definitely a good thing. I can't wait until we start getting some rains and stuff so I can bring back my height down, and I can start filling in the low spots with some, what's it called? And maybe take it a little lower. I don't know. I won't tell him that. No. I won't. That isn't in my repertoire. I actually send him a video and show him exactly what I'm doing, and then I ask, am I doing anything different than you? Yeah, you're watering less than me. Well, then what are we talking about here? Let's see. Too far. I really need to grab my wife's phone and do that on there, because this is like kind of cumbersome. Let's see. I didn't kill it off in the spring, just that massive leveling and overseed. It's a mixed salad, and I don't want to be just, it will be just one type. Oh, you only want one type? I'm sorry. I don't know that I'd ever go one type. Okay, there's a couple of reasons I'd go with one grass type, but I don't know that I per se would in my current situation, because my rye and my Kentucky Blues, the way that they perform differently, they complement each other, because my rye kicks in earlier than my Kentucky Blue and it holds later than my Kentucky Blue. My Kentucky Bluegrass is what gives me my good color up, but that rye is what gives me my earlier greens, my lawn looking better. It kind of fills in a lot of gaps. One of those things that it's nice is that you have a little bit different tolerances built in within the grass types. But you didn't ask for this, you said your piece, so I'm not going to get too preachy on you, but I like usually 2 different types. If not, definitely different cultivars within, like, so, using different things. Hey, Thurston, how's it going? Um, I just, I like to have different greens. I like to have different disease resistance, different drought resistance, heat tolerance, root depths. I like a little bit of mixture just in case one goes down for any reason, the other ones can stay up. And so that's why I've really dug my Kentucky Blue and my rye. And the RPR is really starting to take hold from what we threw down last year. There's a part over on my side, and I meant to show you before I wandered away, but of course I squirreled out and I ran over here, and then we lost reception and stuff. But there's a RPR patch that's like, I don't know, it's probably like a 3x3, and that isn't 3x3, it's just, I was trying to say it's big. But it's a bigger patch of grass, but it's so flippin' soft compared to Kentucky bluegrass. It's crazy soft. I had totally forgot how soft that Brett's lawn was, because he only had RPR. It was so bananas soft and like luscious. And so I stepped on that piece that's back there because for some odd reason only the RPR grew back there. And it is so like soft and luscious and stuff. It's not as green. It's definitely not as green, but it's 100 times softer. It's bananas soft. That RPR is like some soft stuff. But I like my mixture. I'm still on that same topic that I said I was going to let you have because you didn't say it for that. Yeah, POA makes greens faster. They say, yep, exactly. They need a lot of water though, the POA and the bent grass. I don't know. I have bent grass in my lawn that I'm trying to get rid of. That's why I said I know that Mezzo works, because it's definitely nailing it. It's just in my secondary water, and I got to get this smaller filter, inline filter that comes into the system to definitely help that out. Yes, you can definitely overseed with Tenacity. That's what Tenacity, like, that's the absolute best reason why Tenacity is made. It's not great at pre-emergent. It's not great at post-emergent. It's super slow. It doesn't kill a whole lot. It doesn't do anything like that extremely well. But what it does do is it blocks a lot of weeds as kind of a pre-emergent, but it allows grass seed to grow during that time so that you don't have to have as many weeds sprout up when you're establishing a lawn, or when you're overseeding and watering a little bit more heavy with having a lot of fertilizers and things down in your lawn. So yes, that is definitely something that is the reason why you would want Tenacity. That's the number one reason. Scott's Disease X. Okay, how many times have you used it, Terrence? Is it in your front yard or your backyard? Because your backyard, being newer, shouldn't be having so many issues, but maybe. No lawn fungus, let's see. I still tell them to F off. Oh, well, that's you, not me, as of yet. I'm new here. Can you talk about how you mow with bag without? Do you teach? Yes, I do. I can definitely teach you there. I got to be a little bit more clearer with what the question is here. Can somebody help me with this if I'm not understanding it? I am new here, okay, I like that. Can you talk about how you mow with bag without? Oh, how, okay, I see what we're saying. So when you're mowing with your bag, all you're doing is the exact same thing that you normally do without a bag, okay? So you're still mowing the exact same way. There's no difference. You're just taking and putting it into your garbage can or into your recycle bin or whatever it is, however you're taking care of your clippings. The reason why you would want to mulch, and there's little differences in what we use when we mulch, and I'll get into that in just a second, is that the reason why you would mulch is because it keeps the nutrients and the fertilizer and everything that has grown up into the grass plant in the soil. So we just return it back, and then it just goes through its life cycle, and it just keeps going back to that. And it doesn't lose all the nutrients that we're pulling out. Because as they grow up, if it goes back down and in, it's just like a tree in the forest. It's building that nice forest canopy down below where it's absolutely beautiful topsoil and it's gorgeous. If we're putting it back in there, we're giving it more organic material, one, but then we're returning the nutrients, two, back to the soil. And so we don't have to keep feeding more when we're taking it off. It's not a crop. So with that said, good to hear, Terrence. That's the front yard. We can talk about that in a second. So what we're doing is that if you mulch, you have to make sure it has a mulching blade. Okay. If you're not using a mulching blade, it's not going to do it as efficiently. You're going to want to go look for like a gator blade, a high lift blade, one of these types of blades. They have 3 little fins, 2 little fins out on the end that lift it up, and it'll keep all the clippings up at the top until they're small enough to fall down and through. A clipping, a regular clipping, is going to be anything above 1/4 of an inch. Mulch is anything below 1/4 of an inch. So if you're going to mulch, you have to make sure that it's staying down below 1/4 of an inch. On the 1/4 of an inch, what you have is enough microbes and stuff in your soil that will break it down, and it doesn't become dead grass in there. That does not turn into thatch. Thatch is the natural breakdown. Dead grass that falls in there that doesn't break down is dead grass that just didn't break down. So that's the difference. If you can have it below a 1/4 of an inch, it never builds up, guys. It just doesn't. That isn't it. Like, it's so small and it shrivels up and it gets small enough, and it just gets absorbed by the microbes and taken care of by the microbes quick enough that it never ever builds up. But you have to have the right mulching blade. 2, if you have a mower that has a plug, make sure your plug is in. 3, I saw that if you mulch, how? I do mulch. That's all I ever do. So I won't go into 3. Oh, he retracted it. Yeah, I that's all I do is mulch. But you got to make sure that you want to have a mower that will mulch, or a blade that you can put on, because you can make any mower a mulching mower. Some are a lot better because they're built for it. Or if you have a plug, make sure your plug is in, because they don't work as well if they are not. It will collect up in the chute, and then it just causes problems. That was a very great question. Thank you. Glad to have you there. Once again, hey Thurston, how's it going? I'm going with Kentucky Bluegrass blend, but only Kentucky Bluegrass. That's what I meant. You know, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Not a problem. And you will fit in with Connor Ward extremely well. And I'll be overseeding with PR in the future. Okay, I like that. Why not just start it that way? You'll get better germ. It'll take off a lot quicker. You'll get better establishment right off the bat. You won't have to wait as long. It'll grow quicker. You'll have something to mow quicker. Oh, I'm down the rabbit hole again. Get out of the rabbit hole. I did is 3/4 of an inch in my front yard. Nice, nice. Bag versus mulching. Yeah, I had to figure that out. It took me a second. My reading abilities went haywire there for a second. Front yard. So Terrence, on your front yard, how many times have you applied it this year? What are you fighting? What is the specific fungus that you are fighting there? I only bag in the fall because I use the leaves for compost. That's that I use in my yard the next season. Nice. That's definitely a good time to do it. I've only used my bag 3 times now, and it's every single time I've ever dethatched, because I mow my clippings up, and that's what I use my bag for. So it's a, very expensive bagger for for clippings for dethatching by lid. Hey Caleb, how's it going? Plug is in. Well, whatever plug you want to have it in. Go get your thing done. Yeah, make sure your plug is in though. Make sure your plug is in. You're naughty. I'm looking for a good lawnmower right now, my first one. So what's your size of yard? Do you have hills? How high do you want it to go? How low do you want it to go? What's your budget? If you want to talk about it, we definitely can talk about that. It's just one of those things where a little bit more information can help you dial it in. I can definitely help you. Just reach out to me at jeremyofthegreenerlawn@gmail.com, or reach out to me on DM on Instagram @thegreenerlawn, and we can definitely talk it through and figure out what ones are going to suit your needs, fit your budget, and be the best mowers for you. In my experience, we can definitely help you out. Reach out. Side discharge today with 3 Time Master on the 3.75. Yeah, the side discharge on the, like if you don't have a different blade, 'cause I have Gator blades on my Time Master now, high lift blades, people call them different things, but it's all the same. Yeah, if you have the regular blades, that side discharge, it discharges like a beast. That's what those blades are made for, and it does an extremely great job. The Time Master on a side discharge is a beast, 100%. 100%. I don't like quackgrass. Let's see. What's going on, Nathan? How are you? Quackgrass? Ugh, hate quackgrass. I hate quackgrass. It's nasty stuff. Side discharge versus mulching. I like side discharging better, but the mulching better for the lawn. Yes, it definitely is, because you're breaking back the nutrients and you're feeding it back, gives it more organic material to be able to be in the lawn and to, feed back to the lawn. You don't have to remove anything. Side discharging, a lot of people don't ever take that off and they just keep mowing over it. A lot of the times it can build up because the blades are a little bit longer than what mulching is, because side discharging isn't meant to hold it underneath the deck. It gets cut, spun around, and spit out, versus mulching, it gets up underneath and it sits there and bounces until it gets small enough, because of the little fins on the side, to fall down and through. And so it's a lot smaller and it breaks down a little bit better. So are you raking or picking it up after the fact? If you're not, side discharging is good, don't get me wrong. Mulching will be better because the microbes and everything will break it down. You won't have as much dead grass build up in your lawn, versus the side discharging if you're not pulling it up. If you're able to keep on it to where you're never ever cutting and it's ever bigger than 1/4 of an inch, then in essence you're just side discharging with the mulching, or on your mulching side discharge style, and totally fine. You'll never ever have any issues, and then yeah, it's totally fine. And that Time Master having nothing up underneath that desk or deck is a beast. That thing will just chop through without having anything bounced around up in there. It is a beast. I think I Time Mastered you when you're not a Time Master person. I don't know where I grabbed that. But anyways, is cultural practices a sure way to get rid of it? It can be. It depends on your cultivars on your lawn. If your lawn has strong cultivars that are competing cultivars, it definitely can squeeze out quackgrass quite well. It will never be 100%. Manual removal and or chemical removal, depending on what kind of grass type you have, will be the 100%. But yeah, if you have a thicker turf, you mow more often, you keep it chopped down, it's not able to grow up, that your grasses are going to outcompete it. Yes, on quackgrass. Yes. Can't get deep roots watering due to slope. So I'm gonna ask you a few things here. Hopefully this can help you understand where I'm going with this. On a slope, how long are you watering for? What kind of sprinklers are you watering with? Are you repeating it? Do you ever poke holes in the ground to get it deeper as a manual means, to get the roots down deeper? Because the key to it is what you're looking for is to water enough to where you get saturation that starts to go down into the soil versus running off, and to not have it like thrown close enough to the edge that it just pulls and runs off really quick, but it runs down just enough. It's a balancing act on some hills. A lot of hills, they're not really a big deal, but if you got a good enough incline, you got to look at doing like infrequent or not infrequent, yeah, infrequent, but longer, or got to change my thought process here. So shorter times, but more times throughout the thing. So like if you need to water, say 20 minutes for your 1/2 an inch or your inch of water, you would break them up into little 5-minute segments for that area and let it water a little bit more. But have in your soil, like I would, if it was me, my approach on that would be 5-minute increments. If it's steep enough, obviously we'd have to talk a lot more, but if it's steep enough, I'd run it in 5 to 10-minute increments. And I would, first of all, I would use baby shampoo on it or a surfactant so that it opens it up and so that water will drain super quickly in these areas. And then two, if it's not good enough, is that I would get my own little like aerator tool, little step tool, something that is going to poke holes in the ground for me. And I would every once in a while just pop some holes in those areas so that you have little channels that the water can get down in and follow down and start to seep out and help your lawn a little bit quicker in those areas. Is how I have had a lot of good success, is using those different methods. Most of it though, if your soil is open and willing to accept and you don't have to run a baby shampoo or anything, just going a little bit slower, like lower amounts, like 5-minute waterings, and just hitting it for 5 minutes, then backing off for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, or run all your other zones, come back, give it another 5 minutes. It really does help because it opens it up in between, allows it to penetrate down and through. That was a long explanation. I apologize, but hills are a trick depending on what you have, and there are a few different tricks that you can get it to work. You definitely can. I had a client just recently that had a hill in the middle of their yard, and the water was just running straight down it because the sprinklers threw at it and it would hit and it would just run off. We ran some baby shampoo to open up the soil, greened it right up. So a lot of tricks down there. Moving at 3 inches every day or so. Oh, mowing at 3 inches every day or so. Oh, if you're mowing at 3 inches every single day, your side discharge, you're totally fine. You don't have to worry about mulching. You're totally fine. You're cutting off a small amount of the blade that in essence you're already mulching it with your side discharge. Totally fine. If you mulch, do you have to mow more often? No. You should always mow whenever you mow before your lawn gets to the 1/3 rule. So if your lawn is 2 inches long, you can let it grow up to 3 inches. Now you can mow 1/3 of that off. Okay. So if you mow any more of that off, it's going to stress your lawn out. So you always want to have that 1/3 rule. So if you're at 2 inches, you want to be able to let it grow up to 3 inches before you mow it, and then mow it. So you have to just mow it before it's 3 inches. If your lawn is at 4 inches, obviously you can let it go to 6 inches and then mow a third off, and it's the same thing. So you never ever want to mow more than 1/3, regardless of the mowing style, anything that you are doing, because it just stresses the lawn. It doesn't change how often you have to mow it, because if you have a good mulching setup, a good mulching setup can get right up to that 1/3 rule, knock it right out, and it still be below 1/4 of an inch, no issues. The problem is when it gets above that 1/3 rule, and that's when it starts to become an issue. Couldn't help but being naughty, Caleb. Naughty. Absolutely, sure will. Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely do. And I can help you out with that. Not a problem at all. Mulch my leaves right away they fall and they will break down over the winter. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you can get leaves in your lawn and you don't like oversaturate, because sometimes people just have trees galore. I would imagine backwoods lawn, I couldn't mulch all his leaves because it would be absolutely bananas, and he would have like, I don't know, 3 inches worth of leaves piles there. But if you have small amount of leaves in your lawn, or you can mulch them quick enough, get it down in the soil. You need that organic material. It's only going to help. It's going to do a lot better in your soil than it is to take it away. Because think about a forest floor bed, like down below underneath trees. Those are absolutely beautiful, dark, rich, composted soil down in the bottom of it. And it's only because nobody takes anything away. It falls there, it stays there, it breaks down there. The microbes, go deeper. The soil gets better. So if we can do that in our soil, if we can keep the nutrients that fall where they fall back in the soil, it's only going to get better. I'm not that person that when my leaves fall in my flower beds and stuff, I just let them break down where they're at over the winter. If they're still ugly and unsightly during spring when everything's coming out, I'll take them out. But short of that, let it fall and get it all back in. That's nutrients that your lawn will love. Like those are extra feedings that you don't have to put any money out for because you technically just had it given to you by a tree. I mulch my leaves in right away, just said that. I mulch my leaves too, use the leaf blower on my trees in mid-October, smart. I have realized that that is definitely a good way to pull them off really quickly, is to nail them with those leaf blowers and then get them down to where they need to be so that we're not having to do it over and over and over. But yeah, big trees, it is what it is. I live in the woods, just way too many leaves to mulch. Yep, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Perfect option. What mulching blades do you recommend for the Time Master? So I got Gator blades. They're called high lift blades. If you reach out to me, I'll send you a link. Just Amazon is where I got them. I found out that I can get them locally here, so the second pair I actually picked up locally, but my first pair I picked up off of Amazon. They're either called a high lift or a Gator blade for it. If you can't find it, I'll send you over the link, and then you can have exactly what I have. Oh, Left Tools here, causing hate, discontent, and no love in the chat room, or love, no discontent, and everybody just is admiring him. Either way. Also overseed with rye and bluegrass. I like it. It's what I threw down last year after my level was the Barenbrug HTG and then the Barenbrug RPR, and I'm loving it. Really am. I had a really good blend of Kentucky bluegrasses already in that had really good color, and just adding those has really made my lawn pop, and it's looking great. Let's see. Oh, okay, you are a Time Master person. Totally fine. Totally fine. I like that. Also, overseeding with rye and bluegrass, correct. Where are you located? I can't help but notice it's still daylight at 9:10 p.m. It is 8:14 here. I'm probably on the other side of the mountain range from you. I'm in Utah, so you're probably just in the Midwest is where it sounds like you are. So yes, it is still light out here. It is. Lawn's still on point out here. So mountains. You're just probably on the other side of those mountain ranges, the Wasatch Mountain Range. Two things. What's up, Caleb? And also, have you already announced me as a Stripe Off champion or not? I have put you higher on the list. I definitely have. You're not as far down on the list as where other people who just said hi were at, but I definitely put you higher on the list. That is for darn sure there, Left Tool. Yep, I am in Utah. Good night, everyone. Have a great weekend. Good to see you, Marshall. How often do you have to thatch if you mulch? So once again, if you are mulching, a good mulching blade, anything below 1/4 of an inch, it does not build thatch. It is a misconception. It is a misconception. When people cut and it's above 1/4 of an inch, it is not mulch, okay? If it is above 1/4 of an inch, it is not mulch. It will not break down. That does not cause thatch. That causes the dead grass layer. It's a little bit different. Thatch is a natural buildup of the plant material in the ground that creates a barrier, feeds nutrients back to the plant, helps microbes feed. It does quite a few different things. Our dead grass that we're throwing on top of it because we're not mulching, we don't have small enough blades, that is what it is causing. So will it cause it if you have mulch that is below 1/4 of an inch? No, not at all. Not at all. So no, you don't have to dethatch more often. That is a misconception if you do it correctly. All right. No, I haven't. Left Tool. Left Tool is saying smart double money sign. Always about to announce myself, but I triple cut yesterday. I'll take your submission. Left Tool. Fringe game is on point. Looks so cool. It's turned into a talk between these two. I'll let them keep talking. Louisiana. 10:15 here. Pitch black outside. Yeah, it's not pitch black yet. Sorry, I have to leave. See you next time. See you, Sensei. Appreciate you coming. It is 12:14 Thursday here. It's Wednesday, 8:16 here. Trevor, what's good on you? He probably enjoys clothing. Bathing suits probably do him well because he's in Australia and he probably likes to go to the beach. I don't know. Box with a kangaroo every once in a while. I don't know, he seems kind of rough and tough. You in Australia, Trevor? Yeah, of course. He's the first Aussie. Gotta go, but good chat. Good seeing you up New York lawn. What is an Aussie? I'm trying. Yes. Okay. So we've reached the end of all this. And it has been 75 minutes that I've been on it. There's 15 minutes of downtime. So with that 15 minutes of downtime, that gives me my hour of content. So I appreciate seeing you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Yes, it is winter in Australia. It's on the other hemisphere from us. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully you get what you need done. Hopefully the honeydew list doesn't grow beyond your means, or if it does, it's amazing at the end of the weekend. I hope that your lawn looks amazing, you're amazing, you enjoy a green lawn, and everybody told to reach out to me. Feel free to reach out to me, jeremyofthegreenerlawn@gmail.com, or on Instagram @thegreenerlawn. DM me. I will definitely help you out and work through anything that we have said. Everybody have a good night. I enjoy seeing all of you. I appreciate all your guys' time. I'm Jeremy of The Greener Lawn. Y'all make her green. Yes, that was my Southern flair.